So first of all, good morning to all of you present here as well as online. Today we will start the topic that is globalization. We'll revise or rather we'll do extra questions from this chapter globalization so that it would be convenient for you to go through the various kind of questions and to learn or to know about the answers, appropriate answers. So before starting with with these question answers, first of all, I'll just introduce the topic globalization, the meaning. I know maximum of you are aware about the meaning, but even then, still some of you need such kind of requirement is here. So let's start. Globalization is basically a process. Process of what? Interacting, interrelation with each other. Interlinking, interrelation with each other means with various countries of the world. All countries of the world right now dependent on each other. Let's talk about the history and slowly we'll proceed. All of us, we people, all of you, have done in history about Silk Route, if I'm not wrong. Have done? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. You have done about Silk Route. We know about very well that Britishers, Dutchies, Portuguese, French people, they came to India. The main purpose of their arrival, that was to do trade. They wanted to buy something from our country. It means what? Number of countries, even we people were having trade relations with number of countries of the world in the past as well as right now also. It means what? Not even a single country is self-sufficient. We all are not self-sufficient. Take an example of you as individual. Do you think you are able to fulfill all of your aims and requirement? Answer is no. If you want to have food, we have to depend on farmer. If we want to have clothes, we have to depend on manufacturer. So, if we want to have, say, watch, we have to depend on engineers as well as mineral, those who take out, extract minerals. So, it means what? All of us depend on each other. This dependency gave or given or is giving birth to trade. Or we can say, in the past, number of European powers, they came to India to do trade. Right now also, we are having trade relations with a number of countries of the world. But right now, not only trade relation, we don't only buy and sell the products. I repeat, right now, we don't only buy and sell the product, a commodity, but we also buy and sell the views, opinions, which is not a commodity. It means what? Exchange of ideas, exchange of opinions, exchange of commodity falling under this, that is globalization, is because of globalization. Like we know very well, India is among the topmost countries of the world selling their softwares. Software is what? It's not a commodity. We can't buy it from the market and ye software hai. You know it very well. Views, ideas of the people, we are buying it, we are selling it. Globalization. Buying and selling is not limited in a particular area. We can't say that buying and selling is taking place only in Jalandhar. Whatever we are selling, only Jalandhar, people living in Jalandhar are buying. It's not like this. Everywhere out of Jalandhar, Punjab, out of Punjab, India, out of India, world, all the people are buying and selling things from each other. This is globalization. Buying and selling of ideas, sharing our opinions, sharing our commodities, globalization. Now, this term globalization is not at all a new term. It's old term. Old term in the sense earlier we were not aware about the term. Right now we have given the word globalization. Globalization right now has become successful because of two prominent factors. Whatever we want to buy, whatever we want to sell, it depends on two prominent factors. And which are those two prominent factors? That is transportation, communication, IT sector. Whatever we want to buy, say we want to buy something from England, we have placed an order through online sites. Online site is falling under which? Communication. Am I correct? Online site is a part of communication. We have placed an order, say through Amazon, we have placed an order and the product would reach to us. How the product would reach to us? Transportation. This is point clear. So communication or IT sector one and the same point we can say. IT sector की वजह से we are able to communicate, we are able to talk, we are able to place order anywhere in the world just because of IT sector. और IT sector का which portion we are using? Communication. While placing an order, what do we use? What do we do? We communicate through chat or whatever messages we exchange with each other, and the product reaches to us. Product हमारे पास कैसे आता है? Transportation की वजह से. So what we can call that? Globalization has become successful because of transportation, communication, and or we can say IT या information technology या computer या online services की वजह से. Is this point clear? Second point. Process of globalization was already taking place in various parts of the world except India. We got independence in 47 and we have studied. And in 47, our condition was not at all so good. Economically, we were very down because we know very well, Britishers did not take any kind of steps to enhance or to make any kind of progress in our country. They ruined us, they destroyed us. And that's why when we got independence, we were not in a position to face any country of the world. Any kind of challenges coming from the world, we are not ready to face. Economically, we were poor. Our growth rate was extremely poor. Our GDP was extremely down. We were not in a position to compete. And at that time, other countries of the world, they were having trade relations. They were pressurizing us through WTO. WTO is World Trade Organization. WTO is a department, is an organization which make rules and regulations for trade, for international trade. Whatever trade policies are there, everything is decided by WTO. Rules and regulations are already made by WTO. WTO was after our life. After our life means after the life of India. That we should be open for the world market. But 47 ke baad, when we got independence, we knew it very well. We are not in a position to face any country of the world right now. Sorry. We are not able to face any country of the world right now. So what happened? We closed our doors. We closed our doors means we were not ready. Why we were not ready? Because we were having nothing at that time. So we closed our doors, excluding few companies. Our doors were not open for other countries of the world. And what happened? Due to this, we gave proper attention towards the development of our country. We started showing or taking full concern or full concentration, full focus was on the development of agriculture as well as on the development of industry. 47 se leke 1990, the time reached, or we reached at this point when we think that now we are ready to face any country of the world. Face any country of the world means we started manufacturing products. Either agricultural products or industrial products, we started manufacturing. We started producing so much that we were in a position not only to fulfill our own needs, but so much surplus also we started producing that there is a need now what to do with that so much surplus amount. Jitna bhi humne surplus product we started producing, humne ye socha now what to do with this surplus product. Then 1990, under the able leadership of Finance Minister Mr. Manmohan Singh, who is an economist, prominent, we know it very well, he made a policy. That this policy is known as liberalization. Liberalization means now we are ready to do trade with any country of the world. Any country can come in our country can set up their business. We are ready to face them. Our companies can go abroad, can go in any part of the world, can set up their business there. We are ready. So Mr. Manmohan Singh, he made one policy, which we call it as economic reforms. Certain reforms were made, certain changes were made in the economy. And these economic reforms known as liberalization. That is known as liberalization. Liberalization means what? We made certain relaxations liberal. We made ourselves liberal. Liberal means relax kar dena, freedom si de deni. That is liberalization. So we made policies under liberalization that yes, right now we can go out. We here means companies, multinational companies, Indian companies can go out and do trade with any country of the world. Any MNC can come and do trade in our country. That is known as liberalization. Liberalization does not mean that 100% we have opened the door for other countries. That doesn't mean this. कि जिसका दिल आए और business ऐसा नहीं था. Under certain limitation, under certain rules and regulations, government made certain policies. In rules and regulations को fulfill करने के बाद, then only we can go या MNCs can come and do trade in our country. This is known as liberalization. Due to liberalization and due to transportation and communication, because of these 2 points, what happened? The process of globalization started getting success. I repeat, these 2 factors helped the process of to get success in the process of globalization. One is transportation communication that occurred due to IT sector, and the second one is liberalization. Any doubt till this? Online. Any doubt till this? Online. No doubts. Okay. Third, one more point here, that is trade barriers. So let's understand the meaning of trade barriers. Trade barriers means, I guess every one of you understand, trade is business. Barrier means some kind of obstacles. You know, trade barrier means whenever we do trade with any country of the world, we have to put certain barriers. Why we have to put certain barriers? Because the main motive of the trade, if we are doing trade, say with China, say with England, say with America, it's not like this that we will follow according to their policies. We have our own policy. Whatever we want to import, we will import those products only. जितना rate वो fix करेंगे उस हिसाब से नहीं, we have to make our own rates also. That is trade barrier. Best example already we have discussed, again we are doing that if we want to import, या हमारा trade है से China के साथ, से Pakistan के साथ, number of products we are obtaining, we are buying from China or Pakistan. Let's talk about China, because their products are quite cheaper as compared to Indian products. Say we have ordered कि from China we need toys. China has started supplying toys to us. We know very well the toys made in China, they are very attractive, plus they are quite cheap also. When the toys will come in Indian market, automatically, and India के भी अपने भी toys we are having, एक shop में there are Chinese toys which are quite attractive, colorful, plus cheap. And another side, in the same shop, there are toys made in India which are not so attractive and are quite expensive also. If you as a customer would go there to buy a toy, automatically your first choice would be Chinese toys. And as a customer, Chinese toys we will buy, and the money will go in the pockets of China, indirectly in the pockets of China, क्योंकि उनका माल हमने खरीद लिया. Money will go in the pockets of China. Automatically, Indian manufacturer would be the sufferer. Am I right? Indian manufacturer would be the sufferer. Now, in this condition, who can play a prominent role? Government. How government can play a prominent role? How government can save the exploitation of Indian manufacturers by the Chinese manufacturers? Totally in the hands of government. Now, government can do that whenever Chinese toys, they ask for permission to have trade in India, the Indian government can put more taxes on the Chinese toys. से कोई टॉय 10 रुपीज का है तो टैक्स लगा के उसको 12 या 13 का बना दिया. जब 12-13 का बना दिया तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो चीप नहीं रहेगा. नो चाइनीज गवर्नमेंट ने हमने चाइनीज प्रोडक्ट के ऊपर टैक्स लगा दिया से 2%, 3%, 4% डिपेंडिंग. उसके बाद when the product would come in Indian market, the product automatically would become expensive. Now if choice is given to us कि Chinese product लेना है या Indian product you want to buy, तो automatically we'll go for Indian product. हाँ definitely वो तो है ही है. This is tit for tat. This is tit for tat. Chinese products are generally simple, quite cheaper because वहाँ पे आप जैसे बच्चे they started manufacturing the things. So उनकी economy growing day by day. ठीक है? So in this way, this is called trade barrier. If we want कि certain product of certain countries we don't want in our country, तो हम क्या करेंगे? Because we are independent, we are sovereign, we are free to take our own decision. We can put more taxes on those products. So automatically उसका import in our country would reduce. Import कम हो जाएगा. हमारी कंट्री में वो चीजें कम आएंगी. And किसको फायदा मिलेगा? Indian manufacturers would be in benefit. This is point clear. All of it clear. Now, this is all about the starting of globalization or the factors and all that. Then we say there is one word that is investment. Second word is foreign investment. Investment is whenever we spend money, when we buy certain product, certain thing. For example, this school is an investment. A plot is an investment. Investment can be in a liquid form also, in a solid form also. Liquid form मतलब पैसा, 5 लाख, 5 करोड़, investment. Solid form मतलब buying of a building, buying of machine, investment. Gold, investment. Foreign investment means when investment is made by foreign companies in our country. That is known as foreign investment. Got it? Then there is one more term, MNC, multinational companies. Clear from the name, multi, more than one. Nations, company. The company which is working not in one country but number of countries, known as multinational company. Adidas, Puma, Skechers, all are multinational companies, right? Then we have multinational companies. Now, why they work in various countries? Why don't they work in one country? It's because wherever they'll get the benefit, they'll get the profit, they will start their units there. Now, what type of profit we are talking about? Say, you want to set up any industry, say cotton making, cotton textile industry you want to establish. First of all, you will see where raw material is available of good quality and it is cheaper also. आपको raw material मिल भी रहा है, good quality का मिल रहा है और cheap भी हो. You will find out the areas in the world. Ultimately, आपको लगा कि yes, India is one of the best countries where raw material is available at a cheaper rate. Yeah, Africa is one of the best countries, Egypt particularly, where raw material cotton is available and it's quite cheap also because Africa is not so developed continent or country. Then, second is labor, where labor is available in abundance. Abundance means enough, बहुत ज़्यादा labor is available. Workers are available. And worker कहाँ मिलेंगे? बहुत ज़्यादा. Automatically, where population is high. And when we talk about population, we always talk about two prominent, India and China. आपको labor मिल गई यहाँ से. Cheap labor is available in India. Then you will see, okay, raw material भी मिल गया हमें, labor भी मिल गई हमें. Then stitching, again labor. यहाँ पे labor ज़्यादा होगी, वहाँ पे stitching, tailoring भी ज़्यादा होगी. Ultimately again India. तो क्या करेंगे multinational? Then designing. डिजाइन के लिए भी दे डोंट डिपेंड ऑन इंडियन मार्केट. सर उन्होंने कहा कि इटली डिजाइनर बहुत बढ़िया है वहां पे, इटली ले लिया. सो व्हाट दे विल डू, रॉ मटेरियल वहां पे एक यूनिट लगा ली, एक यहाँ पे यूनिट लगा ली, एक इटली में लगा ली. रॉ मटेरियल वहां से इकट्ठा किया, यहाँ पे भेजा, स्टिचिंग टेलरिंग सब हो गया, डिजाइनिंग के लिए इटली भेज दिया। फिर उसके बाद लोगो, लोगो मतलब जो आपका लगना है, से पोलो इज हियर, से टॉमी इज हियर, व्हाटएवर। तो एक और कंट्री से अमेरिका ने मेड इन अमेरिका, मेड इन यूएस लोगो लग गया उनका। 3-4 कंट्री से उन्होंने अलग अलग जगह से दे कलेक्टेड द मटेरियल, दे आर टेकिंग द सर्विसेज एंड अल्टीमेटली प्रोडक्ट इज असेंबल्ड एंड लेबल उनका लग गया। Now here question is, that's why they are multinational, एक कंट्री में नहीं है उनकी यूनिट, नंबर ऑफ कंट्रीज है एंड अल्टीमेटली मनी किसके पॉकेट में जाएगी? मेड इन यूएस, यूएस की पॉकेट में, क्योंकि उनका लोगो है, उनका ब्रांड है वो। एंड जो अफ्रीका हो गया, इंडिया हो गया, इटली हो गया, दे विल गेट द बेनिफिट बट इट वोंट बी सो हाई। प्लस सबसे बड़ा पॉइंट, अमेरिका में वी नो वेरी वेल मनी इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डॉलर, हमारी कंट्री में वी नो इन द रुपीज एंड वी नो द वैल्यू ऑफ डिफरेंस ऑफ दीज टू, है ना। सो यूरोपियन कंट्रीज they prefer to take services from our country, their money value is less. Kaha, if they have appointed, say for example, if they have appointed, if they are taking services from the people living in America, they have to pay them in dollars. If they are taking services from India, and wahan pe labor laws are very strict, yahan pe labor laws koi strict nahi hai, if they are taking services from Indian people, they have to pay them in rupees. We can know the difference, we can easily find out the difference. कहाँ पे उनको से $500 देने हैं और कहाँ पे $1 is equal to 60-70 जितना भी है. So that's why MNCs prefer to get work done from those countries wherever they can get more and more profit. Is this point clear? All of you clear? Online? Online, clear? Okay. Next is, of MNCs, there are few ways through which they establish their units. So which are those few ways? MNCs क्या करती हैं? First of all, they can buy their own area, they can construct their own industry. खुद आई, अपना यहाँ पे इंडस्ट्री लगा ली, अपनी जमीन खरीदी, अपना सब कुछ किया. Second way is they can place an order. MNC is working in from US, but they are placing order to you. You are fulfilling the order, you are turning the things, and they are giving you the money. Placing order, this is very common in our country. Third, joining hand or partnership. Partnership कर ली, क्योंकि आप ये करो, आप वो करो. And fourth one is, any one of you, fourth one is, you have done it. Buying a local company. That's correct, Kohinoor. Buying a local company. पूरी की पूरी local company is there. They have bought the company and ultimately नाम उसका change कर दिया. And these are the 4 ways through which MNCs set up their production unit in other parts of the world. Done. Now this globalization has certain positive and certain negative also. If you are talking about positive, number of positives we have. Due to globalization, right now we have enough opportunities to buy this product. No, I don't like this, I will buy this. No, I don't like this product, I'll buy this product. Choice. Enough choices you have. कोई बंदिश नहीं है कि you have to buy one particular brand only. Go to the market, even in Jalandhar, get various choices are with you. Plus competition. जब choices ज़्यादा होंगी, जब 50 लोग बेचने के लिए चीज बैठे हुए हैं, तो क्या हो जाएगा? Prices of the commodity would come down. सस्ती हो जाएगी. Plus competition है, तो you will try your best that आपको जो भी product आप बेचो, that should be the best quality, ताकि लोग आपकी तरफ आए. So choices is there, competition would be there, products would be bit cheaper, cheap हो जाएंगे. But if you are talking about negative ज़्यादा है. Negative में, and one more positive, that is employment opportunities. जैसे मैंने बोला placing an order, suppose you are a businessman, आपको order मिला US कंपनी का कि आपको you have to manufacture these many medicines. तो आप अकेले तो manufacture नहीं करोगे, you have to hire labor. So automatically you are providing employment to people. Employment to people would lead to what? Standard of living, more income, country की income बढ़ेगी, per capita income would rise, standard of living would rise, automatically GDP would rise. So all these are interrelated. And if you are talking about negative, यहाँ पे negative ये कह सकते हैं कि small manufacturer would be in the loss. जो छोटे-छोटे, those who are not, like there are various products even within our city Jalandhar, even within our state Punjab, या country India, which are of good quality, but they are produced by very small local manufacturers, या छोटे छोटे दुकानदार हैं, they are not in a position to show their advertisement on TV or radio and all that. उनके पास पैसा नहीं है, there is no particular company behind them, so they are being exploited by due to this process which we call it as a globalization. So ज़्यादा फायदा is with the big landlord, big businessmen. Small businessmen, छोटे छोटे shopkeepers, गली मोहल्ले वाले, they are the losers in this way we can call it, right? So this is all about this chapter, globalization. Full chapter, full-fledged chapter I have repeated. Any doubt if it is here, ask me. Otherwise, I'll proceed with the question answers. Yes, any doubt if you have online, if you are here? All major terms I have discussed. Yes, first question. Now all of you should be in a position to answer me, right? What are multinational companies? What are multinational? Kohinoor, I don't want answer from you only. There are a number of other students sitting in the class. What are multinational companies? They are not working in one country. They are not localized. They are not centralized, but they are working in number of countries and they are selling their products and buying their products from other countries. Okay. What do you mean by investment? This again we have done online. Online, if you are here, are you? 30 students.
Ma'am, please repeat the question.
What is investment? Not difficult one, my dear. Offline. No, I'm not talking about foreign investment, है ना? If question is foreign investment, then you will mention about कि foreigner have made the investment, है ना? Using our resources to gain profit in future, that is investment. हाँ ठीक है, काफी अच्छी definition है. Investment is when we are buying any product, any commodity. When we are investing our money. Say factory, we have got land, we have got plot, we have got machinery, we have got, that is investment. Okay? And foreign investment is when we are buying the products from foreigner, from MNCs, multinational, which doesn't belong to our country. Next, why is tax on import known as trade barrier? I repeat my question. Why is a tax on import known as trade barrier? Very right. When there would be increase in the price of the imported products, जब prices बढ़ जाएंगे imported products की, then this is known as trade barrier. Is this good or is it good? Online. Do you think there should be trade barrier?
No.
No. Okay. Who is saying no? Divyanshi?
Yes.
मैम मेरे हिसाब से तो yes है.
Ma'am, somehow it should be removed.
It should not be. Trade barriers should be there. Trade barriers should be there for the development of the country, and trade barriers are always in the hands of government. If government feels something is not beneficial for the development of a country, government can put barriers. So it is good. Okay. Next, which organization lays stress on liberalization of which organization lays stress on liberalization of foreign trade and foreign investment? Offline. WTO, World Trade Organization. Online, this is for you. This point we have left while discussion. Give one characteristic feature of special economic zones. This is left, so we'll discuss, okay? What is SEZ? Special Economic Zone. Online. So online students all are quite attentive, aware, intelligent.
Ma'am, in this zone, Ma'am, in this zone, there is somewhat relaxation of taxes
Okay.
So as to attract the MNCs.
Perfect, perfect. Special economic zones or SEZ are actually industrial zones developed to attract foreign investors, foreign companies. How to attract? Okay, that is by making proper roads, banking, schools, hospitals, if all world-class facilities are given, relaxation in policies, less taxes on the land, something like that. That is known as special economic zone. One point was coming in my mind. That is yesterday only or day before yesterday was that web series of Tanda. वहाँ पे starting में they have mentioned it. If any one of you have seen. Starting में they have mentioned in कि जो किसान है they are shouting कि हमारी जमीन मत लो, and the reporter is saying कि this जो land has been captured by the government, taken by the government because they want to have this SEZ facility there. कि जो जमीन है किसानों से ली जा रही है बिकॉज वहां पे उन्होंने स्पेशल इकोनॉमिक जोन बनाना है. सो समटाइम्स सम टर्म्स whatever you people do here is there. तो अपनी ये सब खोल सुना करो, right? Okay, next is name an important barrier on foreign trade. How can you put a barrier on foreign trade? Taxes, to reduce taxes, to increase taxes by putting more taxes on import. Up to some extent we can do this. Okay, while we are talking about fair globalization, what do we mean by fair globalization? Online fair globalization, what is it?
Ma'am, fair globalization means that the laws which are being made by the WTO, they must be liberal, so that it must be acceptable by all the countries, not only centralized for some specific countries.
Perfect, very
So,
good, very good.
Fair globalization.
Fair globalization is, we know it very well कि जो globalization है, it is for all countries of the world, but it works according to the instructions given by primarily US. So whenever under WTO, whenever rules and regulations are made, that is generally they make to make them happy. Make them happy means to make USA happy. World Trade Organization, whenever they make rules to make them happy. And the countries like India or underdeveloped countries or developing countries, they don't get much benefit. So in this way, WTO, while making rules and regulations, they should be fairer enough. They should be fair enough. They should make rules and regulation equal for all the countries of the world, not only keeping US or developed countries in mind, but keeping all countries of the world in mind. Rules and regulations of trade should be beneficial for everyone, not only to one or two countries. So there is a need to have fair globalization. Okay. Next question is, what is foreign direct investment? And the short form is FDI, foreign direct investment. That is investment made by the foreign companies in the productive activities of the country. Okay. Online, are you here? Why had the Indian government put barriers to foreign trade and foreign investment after independence? Simple one line answer, except Kohinoor. Simple one line answer. For the development of our own country. That's correct. Okay. This question can be asked in 2 mark, 3 mark also. You should know how to elaborate the point, right? Next is, this is simple. So differentiate between investment and foreign investment. I think there's no doubt. There's no doubt. All of you know the answer. Last girl, answer. Last girl. Yes, what's your answer? What is investment? What is foreign investment? Jasleen. Yeah, Jasleen? Harleen. Yes, Harleen. Harleen, answer. Last girl, what's your name? Japneet. Japanpreet. Okay. Answer बच्चे. I think this investment and foreign investment we have done, if not twice, thrice, so definitely we have done. Kamakshi. Loud, loud. Look at my voice, look at your voice. And the girl who is behind Kohinoor, what's your name, bache? Kashish. Yes, Kashish. What's your name? Huh? Mayank. And yours? Hanji, answer. Uh-huh. फॉरेन में जाके तो हम घूमते फिरते हैं. Okay. This is foreign investment. What is investment? Oh, wow. What an answer. Investment and foreign investment is same. So marks is 0. Huh? Yes. Deepak? Loud and clear? When we buy the product from our country, okay? Any one of you? Yes. Kohinoor. Okay. Still not appropriate. Still not appropriate. Okay, that can also be correct, but here we are talking about this. Your answer is appropriate. Investment is, listen two of you last, please, three of you rather than this boy also. Investment is when we are buying any particular asset, valuable commodity, valuable thing. Can be a factory, can be a building, can be a machinery, can be a plot, can be a school, can be this and that. That is investment. Within our country, we are buying the product. Keeping future in mind, it would be fruitful or beneficial for us. That is investment. Suppose I have bought the plot, कि मैंने 20 लाख का plot खरीदा, with having this thinking in my mind in future, if after 5 years I'll sell off this, I'll get 25. That is investment. Foreign investment is what? When investment is done by MNCs, multinational companies. Say Americans, they have invested